Tuna wageni watatu, Mheshimiwa Sebastian Kapufi, mbunge, ambao ni wadau wa maendeleo kutoka Marekani. Wadau wa maendeleo kutoka Marekani, karibuni sana. Tuna wageni watatu, Mheshimiwa Sebastian Kapufi, mbunge, ambao ni wadau wa maendeleo kutoka Marekani. Wadau wa maendeleo kutoka Marekani, karibuni sana.
Container packed with supplies that need to make their way to families in Africa like yesterday. You said this is a 53-foot trailer? This trailer is packed with medical supplies destined to the motherland. We need to help get these out of here.
were you taught about marriage? Did it have you properly prepared for the journey or desperately frustrated looking for the nearest escape? I'm Shar, founder of Law for Love, the most special place in the legal system in Atlanta. And after navigating families through the court system for more than 13 years, we are now taking those lessons learned to serve and support families to build healthier, happier, more purposeful marriages. Join us live on YouTube at Law for Love ATL Monday nights for our family meetings. Yes, grown folk discussions.
All right. Um, Shalom, Salama, Siemi, Shalom. Greetings to all my Israelite brothers and sisters from around the world, whether the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the house of Israel, or you are a Gentile who is grafted into the house under the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach. Welcome you this morning. Please bear with me, family. I am out here in the middle of the country trying to find my way to, to what I needed to do this morning. Yeah, I told you I was going to be off this week, but this actually presented a unique opportunity for Quest to Unite Africa. That's how you see me here, with my name, with my title. Because this is going to be a fundraising week for Quest Unite Africa. I have here our sister princess, Reeves. She is the treasurer for Quest Unite Africa to help kick off this fundraising week.
Shalom,
Uh,
everyone.
I wasn't even able to tell Sister Reeves all the fun and exciting things that's going on. Because look, when we think that the Most High is stalling us, He's actually getting us set up and prepared. And I'll have stories about that tomorrow. I just want to make sure that I share that message with her. So so this is going to be an exciting week. I'm going to have to get off the phone with you all, but I definitely want you all to enjoy, ask questions. If you want to open up the link and invite folks on, um, Sister Princess, you are certainly.
I will do, Brother Karis. We will go ahead and kick things off. You just let me know when you're ready to pass the baton, and I'll get started. So we may have some interference with Brother Karis as he's making his travels, but I just want to say that today is I welcome everyone and thank you for tuning in to our special Quest to Unite event fundraiser week. This week is our Quest to Unite donation week. Just so you all know, our mission is to foster unity, development, and empowerment across the African continent. The mission of Quest to Unite Africa is building critical infrastructure and economic development for the benefit of the people of the African and African Diaspora. Today, we have an incredible opportunity to make a lasting impact, and we need your support to reach our goals for fundraising. So, as I continue to dive into the different events that we'll have this week, I will be bringing on another one of our board members to join us, Sister Fatea. So I will bring her in and we will go ahead and kick this off. Hello, Sister Fatea, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear me all right?
I sure can. It looks like we
Shalom,
lost
everyone.
Chris. Yep. So he may pop back in, but he's off for the moment.
Yes, Brother Karis is right now doing some very important work for Q2UA. So he is working, as everybody knows, on his doctorate to help us push our plan forward for Quest Unite Africa. So yes, he will be gone for the majority of the week and hop in and out as he's available.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you, Sister Fatea, for jumping on today. We are going to kind of help facilitate this week, as she said. Some of the things that we have going this week is that we are going to be inviting a couple of our strategic partners here at Q2UA to talk about some of the programs that they have available. And so we will be able to give you a little bit more information as the week progresses. Right now, the purpose of us fundraising this week is to be able to continue to build towards the mission of Quest Unite Africa. As you all know, we are a faith-based nonprofit organization formed to advance one mission. So we are all on one account here to foster economic development. We also have our medical initiative. We have cultural engagement and technological innovation. So these are some of the programs that you're aware of that what we do to advance our mission. And what Q2UA is not an investment or advisor. We're not real estate brokers. We're not a concierge service for helping you move to Africa. We are here on a charitable mission. So everyone knows that all of our financial support is tax deductible for U.S. filings. If you are a volunteer and are also an employee of a Benevity participating employer, your volunteer time is matched with dollars to support our initiative. If you are a college student, you can also certify your contributions of time with your university, college, or vocational school for community service hours. So we are involved with centralizing the needs and concerns of the people of Africa and the African Diaspora. And we are offering a safe and reliable space for this collaboration. So Sister Patea, we would you like to add anything? And let's talk.
Yes, I know this is different from our usual show, but this is very important, everyone. We are here this week to help move the mission forward. As many of you know, after the Burkina Faso days that Karis attended up in Washington, D.C., we have been moving forward in the organization with other strategic partners on the African continent. We are working on breaking through this chain of poverty that not just in the African continent is going through, but also to the African diaspora. It's been way too long that we have been the underclass here for a time, and that mindset has really set in beyond just what we see currently today. That the African continent, as Sister Shar has told many of you, is just filled with nothing but traps of keeping everyone from becoming entrepreneurs, of being able to move forward in life and be able to actually build prosperity into that nation. Even though, yes, as Kiris has told many more, that they are literally walking with gold on the ground, with other rich resources in the ground, and being unable to get to them or to be able to manage them, because the other nations have always just done that for them. And we have been making strides into breaking this and to moving forward.
Absolutely.
And And all thanks to you all that have been contributing to the organization, who have been helping us move forward. We would never have made it this far without, of course, the Most High, and without all of your contributions and your help on this.
Hallelujah. Yeah, and I like to second that, just because several months I came on to the show at the beginning of the year, and I personally made a commitment to donate to the organization consistently, because there was a thought theory behind, if everyone could just donate $5, how much that would be and how far that would go. And I must say that we have had a solid panel of donors that have consistently donated since that time, including myself and others. And I just want to say that with that support, we have been able to continue to operate Quest to Unite Africa. We have been able to support Brother Karis and the Burkina Faso trip. We have had the Invest in Africa seminar. We have had additional strategic partnerships being built in the background, and we would not have been able to do that without your continued support and being able to count on you. So the question is can we still count on you? There are multiple ways that you can help support the organization. What we're doing this week in the Blitz to donate for the donation drive is to also be able to build our Quest to Unite Africa channel. If you are not a member of the Quest to Unite YouTube channel, please like, share, and subscribe, and that'll help us grow our subscribers so that we could just expand and be monetized and be able to bring you more exclusive content to that channel. So if you're not a member yet of the Quest to Unite Africa page, if you're listening in on Covenant Awakenings, then please visit Quest to Unite Africa on the YouTube channel and like, share, and subscribe. We are at I think we're 392 subscribers away from being monetized. So that's a huge accomplishment, and we just want to bring awareness to that channel as well, and be able to grow that channel for you all as well.
Yes, which is great news here too. If everyone that's currently here is able to go over to the Quest Unite Africa YouTube channel and hit subscribe, we'll be a step closer to be able to actually provide you more information on what the organization is doing. We have a lot of projects in the background for that channel of what we want to present, of our mission, of current projects that are in process, projects that are progressing, with also our African strategic partners, and getting those numbers up to 1,000 is key for us to start launching this to where you can actually have that additional information. We've already got videos in the work. We already got projects going. We already got a lot of our strategic partners just waiting for us to post those. We are just waiting to meet that milestone to be able to support the organization, to be able to support everyone else that is supporting Quest Unite Africa.
Absolutely. So that's one way that your support is needed. The first and foremost is just growing our YouTube channel. So I dropped the link down in the bottom in the banner for you to do that. Another way is just by volunteers. So if you'd like to volunteer as well with our organization, you can go to quest2uniteafrica.org to donate. We've also dropped that information in the bottom in the banner.
And also, too, for everyone else, any volunteers that volunteer with Quest Unite Africa, your hours are tax deductible as well. We are able to use your contribution of time as also a write-off for yourself. So even if you're unable to give monetarily, and you have a little bit of time on your hands, that is another way that you can give the organization our support.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm looking at the chat now and I see that there's some folks asking for the link. So we'll go ahead and drop that link in there for you. And also another way for you all to help support the organization is by simply either donating whatever you are able to donate. If you'd like to donate on a consistent basis, we also have that option available for you. Give me 1 second to go ahead and drop that link in there. And any contribution that you're making is tax deductible, such as what Sister Fatea mentioned. We are a 501c3 organization, so if you're based in the U.S., you could use that as a tax write-off. So anything that you're helping to contribute, or if you're someone who wants to maybe donate, there's something in your heart that you would like to donate a certain amount that you like, a grand amount, for example, we're open to that as well. If you need help with that, all of the information is on our website. We have different funds that you can donate into. Right now, all of the funds that are being donated for are supporting initiatives like our operations and existing programs that we have in the background. Every contribution matters, no matter what the size. It just brings us closer to a united and thriving Africa, and to help us further our mission.
And also, too, with a thriving Africa, I don't know if anybody knows this, but the Sahel, so Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, had gotten together here in the past few days and have been establishing their own governmental body to be able to assist each other in trades and other anemones. So Africa is starting to come together and starting to see that they need to help each other to be able to further this mission. And Quest Unite Africa is one of the strategic partners assisting with that type of project. And having the volunteers here to support and for us to move forward, and as our name says, to unite Africa, this is a crucial step for us to move forward and then make sure that we're able to support them with what we know, which is our knowledge. Our knowledge is power. They have the resources, but not the knowledge. We have the knowledge, but not the resources. And that's why we're coming together and working with our strategic partners to be able to come together and build this collective economy, to be able to move forward, to be able to actually give independence and the ability for Africa to build. Because the way they have been being held back by other countries that would rather see them fail, that would rather give them pennies on the dollar for all their resources, we're assisting with that mission of them taking that power back, of building themselves back up. of building our own selves back up.
So I just want you all just to imagine the change that we can create together. Imagine that for a second. There's no bounds or limits around what we could do together. And the prime example is just since the inception for Quest to Unite Africa and what we've been able to do so far. I mean, we have forged an unbreakable bond in our community, and with just the small numbers that we've had so far. And I believe that when we all come in and we put our 2 cents together, whether it's our knowledge, our, we're grinding our elbows together, there is nothing that we would not be able to accomplish. I mean, we have been, in predicaments where our communities have been affected by not being able to work together. And this is proof here on the Q2UA channel that we have been able to work together against a cause that will help support our community and across the African continent. And that is a huge reminder that I just want to put in your perspective, because with the Most High Yah, He has given us the direction to move the way that we move, and we have been under His direction in all of our steps that we have made, and it's just a beautiful end result that we're looking to get to. And I'm sorry, I'm like all over the place with my words. I'm not usually like the type of person to be like in the forefront of things. I'm like the person in the background, doing all the orchestrated work. So that's
We got the 2 introverts on the board doing the live. I love it. It's like, let's get the 2 quietest people on the board to do a fundraiser. Like, okay.
But we're here for our fam. It just takes a little bit longer for me to warm up. That's all. But any questions so far? If you want, you can drop those in the chat, and we can answer any questions for anyone, or if there's anything that you want us to clarify. And then what we'll go ahead and do is kind of go over what we will be segmenting this week for our future panels. The last thing that I wanted to point out as far as what can be done to help build critical infrastructure and economic development is that strategic partnerships. So we're going to spend a little time in the rest of the hour focusing on what those strategic partnerships are meant for and what that means to you, if you're wondering, and then how we will be spotlighting a couple of our strategic partners this week to talk through some of the programs that they have in place. And 1 second. So strategic partnerships, that's everything that we do in our network community. It's everything.
Yes, when it comes to our strategic partners that we'll be showcasing this week as we move forward with the Q2UA fundraiser this week, I want to let you all know that a lot of our strategic partners that will be coming on here and presenting themselves, this was birthed out of this organization. We keep talking about collective economics. We have been saying that other nations have been doing this, and they've been doing it for years. And one of the greatest follies and the greatest evil that they performed on us was to break our community completely apart. It's like Kara said, Brother Kara says, it's really difficult to be able to trust one another because we have been so brainwashed to be able just to go it alone. That's always been the Western society's mindset of you got to be an individual, you got to move alone, you got to be able to stand on your own 2 feet without any assistance. But when you see, when you see what they say and then see what they do, their words and their actions are two completely different things. They say that, but you see that they move as a group. You see that they work as a collective. You see that they assist each other. And one thing with our strategic partners is that we're learning to come back and do that collective economy of building each other up, of supporting each other's businesses to be able to move the mission forward in the Quest to Unite Africa. It's not just about us building the economy and the infrastructure. We're building relationships. We're getting back with our family on this.
Absolutely.
And just like with long lost family, you have to talk to each other. You have to build these relationships and grow with them.
Yeah. So one of the things about what a strategic partnership is, I mean, from a technical term, is basically an alliance, a relationship between two commercial enterprises, usually formalized by one or more business contracts. And I'll leave it there for just a moment, because strategic partnerships is how we work together and how we bring our businesses to the forefront. So if you're someone that is interested in building in that manner, we will have some information later this week for you to sign up. How let's work together. How can we work together? How does your business fit into the model of Quest to Unite Africa's mission? We know that there's a lot of entrepreneurs out there, a lot of individuals who are seeking businesses or have ideas or concepts. And so this is how we build and how we enable infrastructure, economic development here, and to further that even more on the continent.
Yes, and we're able to move forward with that through to everyone's support here and through the support of our volunteers. We have been able to move this mission forward. Who would have thought that within a year and a half we would have been able to accomplish this? Most organizations that are only a year and a half old, they're barely even got their mission goals in place. But here we have our mission goals, we have talked to dignitaries, we have established relationships, and we have started building with other strategic partners who also see this vision and know where it's going. They can see that the future is in Africa, that Africa is soon to be a powerhouse on the world stage. If you have been keeping up with the news, and as I said, the Sahel is coming together and seeing where they can move. They've been getting assistance from they've been getting assistance from Russia, who's helping them build stuff. They've been learning how to actually get their systems in place. They're even looking at high-speed rail right now. And our thing is being able to assist over there in building this, because they're motivated for it. Their only thing is, just as we have been let down as a collective and fractured apart, they have also been fractured apart, and they're coming back into community and working towards that collective economics. And they got the drive, they got the resources, They're just lacking a little bit of that knowledge piece to be able to bring it all together. And that's what Quest Unite Africa helps them with. We help with being able to bring that knowledge forward with our experiences, with everything that we gain living over here in these Western nations, and showing them that no, the standard that you're living in, the standard that they've held you down to, this is not where you should be, especially with all the resources you have at hand. They, this is, it was beyond robbing what happened with all of them. And one of the things that we have learned also too, that we're assisting with our strategic partners, is we can't just move by ourselves. We have to move as a group. Because one of the things that Quest Unite Africa has been helping with is we've been paving the way to figuring out what's the best way to assist our cousins over there, what's the best way to assist Africa over there, and finding out that the whole place is booby trapped to the point where it's, unless you have millions of dollars, it's really difficult to even establish a presence there. They have made it where even the natives and even people from overseas have a hard time building businesses and getting a foothold over there. And that all was strategic. That was to keep Africa down, because we've seen many of videos that have been shown, not through just Karis's channel but other channels, that they even said we can't let Africa get off the ground. We can't let Africa get off of its knees. We have to keep the boot on their neck. Because if they ever realize how powerful they are, how strong they are, and if they ever figure out that if they reach back and grab their cousin, we wouldn't have no chance of being able to stand against them.
Absolutely. So what we'll be able to enable through our discussions this week is how do we foster the strategic partnerships that are not, like, how do we come together in strategic partnerships as a community? I think we know how. I just think we just need to put the pieces together and figure out how to solve this problem.
Yes, because we already seeing that the world is changing. Everything is moving at a rapid pace. Just seeing how the nations right now they're currently voting. Britain is currently voting. They have a new prime minister. France voted also this past week and have gotten a new minister in. And all this means that the winds of change are happening. These Western nations are gearing up for the next step. And here at Quest Unite Africa, we want to make sure that we stay ahead of that we end up making sure that we're establishing these relationships, establishing these projects, and moving forward.
So stay tuned this week if you're interested in becoming a strategic partner. Stay tuned for more information on that.
Yes, please stay tuned. This whole week, you're going to be hearing from different members of the board and also our strategic partners as we move through this week, with Karis popping in and out as he's available.
Right. And
Like
go ahead.
yes, and as the week progresses, you'll start to see all the different missions and projects that we have been putting into place and how we're using those to start moving forward.
Hallelujah. We actually have a special spotlight this week for one of our strategic partners, Nature's Legacy Garden. So we will have them on this week, and they'll be able to talk a little bit more about what they're able to offer, what they're doing, and how you can get involved and how you can support their organization. Also, along with that, this week, so we plan on also having, I mentioned Nature's Legacy Garden. We also would like to introduce Brother Fast Nickel. He has some information that he wants to share about his program. And we may have some other individuals also join the panel. But for the most part, we were just here today to kick off Mission Monday, just to kind of keep the mission in perspective to you all, so that you are aware of how our mission has been going so far and what we have done and what we're planning on doing in the future. And then also just to kind of kick off the donation drive this week to help draw in continued support and additional support financially to help support our operations and our programs. We are, just join us this week as we continue to talk about these things. Together, we can achieve a brighter future for all and for everyone. I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but I feel like if we do what we think we can do, or we do what we say we're going to do, that it's going to go a long way. And the quicker we do it, the quicker we get there. It's just a matter of rolling up our sleeves and putting the work in when it's all said and done.
Yes, as we've shown before in our past, we are nation builders. So it's not as if we have never done this before. So we're just asking everyone to put their hands to the plow and to support building that wall, just like Nehemiah did. That everybody has a part to play here. And together we can end up furthering the mission of building back Africa, of bringing the African diaspora together and building these key relationships to be able to move us forward.
Absolutely. So remember, visit quest2uniteafrica.org to donate or volunteer. If you are not on the Quest to Unite YouTube channel, if you're listening in from Covenant Awakenings, please go to our site, like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned. And also, if you are believe that you could be a potential strategic partner, please stay tuned this week, or drop some information in the chat. I don't usually like for that to happen, but we will have some additional ways for you to get more information on being a strategic partner towards the later this week. So if you're interested in that, then just stay tuned. We appreciate you all joining us this morning. We are going to close out the show. Is there anyone? I see it looks like Brother Mike is on, so let me go ahead and get him in here. Hey, Brother Mike, I didn't notice you were there. Thanks for joining. I'm so sorry.
No, that's not a problem, sis. How you all doing?
We're doing good. Shalom.
Shalom.
Hello.
I was listening what Sister Fateh was saying, and she's correct. And they even said that they need to recolonize Africa. This is what the nations have said now. Now we all seeing what's happening with Africa, and the leaders, they're tired of the West, and so all right, they're looking for business opportunities and especially that of anyone, but more so African American. And so if we have that, that's full blown knowledge. It's not something that you need to go ahead and Google. You don't have to Google that. Everybody knows that. And so we are at this point, a junction rather. So what are we going to do? We're seeing what's happening on a global scale, not just in the United States. We're just talking about with the world in general. And the world knows this one fact, that it needs Africa to continue to live. They need that continent. If that continent went up in smoke, you might want to hang it up. The world is going to right behind it. Now, whether they want to admit that or not, which is a lot of people know for a fact that yes, this continent is very important. You had, I wouldn't necessarily call them leaders, and that they people, they have had lectures to what Sister Patel was saying. It is a must that we keep Africa poor, keep our foot on their neck. They literally have videos of people saying this. And at the time now, we are woken up. Hey, we seeing opportunities as to what we can do, try to do. And if you can't do it, all right, if you give a donation, whatever, you still doing what you need to do for our family, really.
Yes.
That's what it's going to boil down to being. It's going to be for our family. And so this week, yes, we plan on hitting a lot of different topics, but more so on the donation side, because yes, we have we have some things that are on the back burner, not the back burner, but that's on the front burner, truthfully. But we can't discuss that right now, and it doesn't make sense for us to say, "Oh, we got it made. We're gonna stop asking for donation." We can't do that. That's one thing we cannot do. And so, I mean, we continue to move on, move forward, and do what we know what we're supposed to do. And that's, I mean, we just have to stay really on point as to how this world is moving. We've seen what they did to Black businesses for 2023. And if you just go in and do research on this, you'll see the majority of people that went out of business were Black businesses. Unemployment of last year was the highest amongst African Americans. Now, however you want to take that, you can take it with a grain of salt. But with others who are more, business minded and things of that nature, even not even business minded, they know, hey, we have to do something. And the world is telling you, you need to do something because we're going to move this way. And they're showing you exactly what they are doing. That's the thing. It ain't like this in the dark. I mean, they're doing this behind closed doors. They're doing it right in front of your face. And expect you, all right, if you don't do anything, you can't blame nobody but yourself. And that's the mentality that they have now. That's the mentality that they have. But we at Quest Unite Africa, we will continue to move. We're going to continue to move. And we place our faith in the Most High. He said, hey, I'm going to gather my people and put them back in their own land. And that's, you can't argue with that. But some people would. But I'm just saying, people of faith don't argue with that. They know exactly what it means. And so, like what Sister Fatia said, They went in, parted up Africa, and did business. And when they did business, they got stronger and stronger, taking minerals, moving minerals, taking crops. Like they said the biggest rice producers are India. If you think I'm joking, come to Africa and see who buying all the rice. And then they will take it, process it, send it to India, and sell it back to Africa. If you think I'm joking, look this up. Look it up. It's Africa is not poor. It's not poor at all. And like Sister Fatia said, this is the reason why they want to keep you out, because they know it is extremely rich. Further than what they are thinking or what they think they know. That's the thing. And the moment we come to grips with that, the better off we're going to be. The more movement we're going to do once that really kicks in. That you're not poor. You're not poor. It all depends on how you move and what you want to do. I hand it back to you, sis.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on and stating that, Bro Mike. We have to come to, as a people, have to come to the realization, and I just have Avon Dillon made a comment that, yea, we hearkening and understand urgency, but Africa is our inheritance for Yasharel, and friends build kingdoms. Revelations 22. So that's us. That is us, family. We have to figure this out together. And we are going to.
And I think we're on the right path. We started it. We got it. We've been going at this for like a year. We and like any other organization or business, we had our ups and we had our downs, but we continue to maintain. We have continued to maintain, have understanding, and we press on and we move on. And yeah, that's kind of strange because you don't see too many Black organizations hanging around like that. You do not see it. But when people start to understand, hey, I know my lane. Then this is one thing we do. We stay in our lane, but hey, when things get out of proportion, we speak on it. We come to an understanding, and whoever needs to step back, we step back and rethink what we said or done or whatever the situation may be. But we continue to maintain and we move on as an organization, and this is the way we supposed to be. This is what we're supposed to be. But the world came in, said, we need to make sure that these people do not get back together. The moment they get back together, ain't no such thing as talking about recolonizing Africa ever again. They know this is their last ditch effort to keep us apart, to keep us blinded. And those blinders, they ain't coming back on. They're not coming back on. They gone. Everybody see it. Whether you are awakened or not, you still see some stuff that just flat out don't make no sense. And the world is waking up to it also. It's evidence. Sister Reed, have you been seeing Gentiles go on YouTube talking about it seems like they living paycheck to paycheck? They trying to figure out why is food so high?
Yeah, exactly.
They snapping. They are snapping paycheck to paycheck. Black people are like, oh, girl, please, you got it made. You got pay, and you got $200 or $300 left over. Shh, you
Exactly.
middle class.
Exactly.
You know. Mm-mm.
I mean, I even think I see kind of the fear in what they're seeing just along with the presidential campaign. Like I've heard some people at work just say, I don't know what's going to happen, but it's not good. And I'm like, okay, um, I've been through worse. This is nothing new to me. This is, anticipated.
I mean, yeah. I mean, truthfully, we were created for this. I mean, due to our forefathers' sin. So I mean, things was not gonna go easy for us, and being at the bottom and everything, and you're trying to climb out of a hole. It made you work harder and things of that nature. So now, when you see the world the way it's in now, oh no, we've been there before, and probably still is. But we know how we was blessed to know how to maneuver things. But if you've been privileged near about all of your life, or generation after generation after generation, and you thinking I'm going to live the way my parents lived, they had a nice house, a nice neighborhood. I'm going to live the same way. I'm going to have 2 or 3 kids, and you nowadays they seeing that dream that they used to have, they're not having it. They're having a nightmare, right? Wide awake. They're having a nightmare. They're saying, "Hey, what is this?" And then you're talking about now you're on food stamps. We've been there. We've been there.
Yeah. The
It does
curses
not
are
shock us.
reversing.
Say it again, Sister Patea.
The curses are reversing because just like you were saying, Uncle Mike, is that they thought they would have the same lifestyle that their previous generation had with the house, 3 kids, 2 cars, and being able to do it with one income. But now even with multiple incomes, they're struggling. There's, as Uncle Mike has been saying, there's been videos going around of them struggling, of them having to be in their 30s and still staying at home, or even being in their 50s and moving back in with their parents, of them saying, hey, I put in over 1,000 job applications, but I haven't gotten a call back in over 2 years for a job interview. And just what Brother Kara showed last week with the white woman that was breaking down because she could not get any medical help, and saying, no, doctors aren't listening to me, they're not trying to help me, or are even trying to even see me anymore at this stage. What does that all sound like? That all sounds like the plight of our own people. How many times have we put in thousands of applications and haven't been able to hear a job back? How many times have we had to move in with family to get their support to try to get back up on our feet? How many times did we have to work multiple jobs just to make sure that that rent got paid at the end of the month? Because that's another thing they say, that we are working 2 to 3 jobs and still not having money left in our pockets. And then same thing with the medical system when they're saying, I keep going to the doctor and asking for help, but they're not helping me. So yes, those tables are turning. And also too, with that, everyone, I have to get going because I got myself work that I gotta get going off to. So I'm going to leave it to Uncle Mike and Sister Princess here for Question Unite Africa. So it was nice talking with you all today. Please keep supporting the mission, and we're going to keep doing the Most High's purpose. Shalom.
Shalom,
All right, be
sister.
safe out there, sis.
Thanks. All right, Brother Mike. So one thing that I'm going to show before we close out, and we're going to close out too, Brother Mike. I got to get going as well. I just wanted to share the promo for Legacy Nature Legacy Garden, and I'll share that. It's a quick promo, so just let me know.
Hmm.
Sorry about that. Were you able to see the brochure?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I seen it. That's something we need to act upon real quick. Now, I'm gonna tell you the reason why I say that. Now, from my understanding, just in Nigeria, they approved GMO into the farming. So, I mean, it's all about control. And we need to really, truly start taking control back with a vengeance. We need to. Now, if you ever want to control some people, take their food away from them. Take the food. Let them suffer for a moment. Let them starve for a moment. Let them get out there and act of food for a moment, and you know, and kill some people. And then we go swoop in like Superman, and hey, and save the day. We got food for you. We got food for you. This is what this world is doing. Even though it's processed or it's man-made food, hey, we are really truly trying to move in and move the Most High out the way. We can grow, we can make meat, 3D printer. This is the world. This is the world. This is what this world has came to. And yes, we need to, I mean, we need to hit that with the quickness. And you're talking about all these diseases. It seems like the United States is the sickest country on this planet. And I mean, if we do not really truly start taking this to heart, seriously, we are hemming ourselves up. We are literally hemming ourselves up. These people are trying their best to remove the Most High and everything that He has put in place. The devil is doing opposite of it. Instead of food coming from the ground, they want to take the seed out of the vegetables and things of that nature in order to control you. But the Most High don't do that. He leaves the seeds there. Either you're going to fall in line with His will and rule, or you guys to be removed. It's just that simple. But the devil come in and say, "Hey, I want to control you." Period. And we are at that standpoint. The food desert there. I mean, in certain places, yes, this is a pretty bad situation, and it's getting worse. But yes, I really, I mean, when you showed that, like, it was real brief though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was real brief. But with the briefness, yes, we need to really hit that a lot harder. And I know we can sit up here and talk about that until we blue in the face, but it needs to be done. It needs to be done. Did not the Most High say the leaves are for the curing of the nation? These foods are supposed to cure us, not kill us. Not kill us.
Let food
And
be thy medicine.
there you go. There you go.
Hallelujah. And it starts there. I mean, once we're able to partition our financial resources into supporting the programs that we have in place, then it starts with our food, our water, our living. So it's all, systematic steps that we need to take. First, being aware is one thing that we must be. We must be informed on what's going on and how that impacts our lives, and also put that into perspective with what we're trying to build here at Q2UA Africa. So Bro, Mike, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. I'm just going to offer you the floor for any closing remarks.
Well, we see what's happening, and we have to start using, taking decisive actions. Whether it's, even just thinking about it a little bit more, and start putting it into action as to what we need to do for the benefit and the survival of our own individual families, and then as a nation. So, these are things that need to be pressed in our minds. We are in a totally different time than from 2019 going back. Those days are never coming back. Never. Don't fool yourselves to thinking that, hey, this world go straighten itself out and we gonna be right back on the same totem pole. No, it's not. We're on a whole different totem pole. And so let's not fool ourselves to think that the world is going to get better, because the scripture does not support that mentality, or teaching rather, that is going to get better. Let's continue to encourage one another and pray for one another. And at the same time, like we said earlier, we're still looking for donations to help our the quest to unite Africa, in order for us to help other brothers and sisters. And I hand it back to you, sisters.
Hallelujah. Thank you for joining today, Brother Mike. Thank you, everyone on the Quest to Unite Africa channel, and as well, Covenant Awakenings. We appreciate your support, and peace and blessings to everyone. Shalom.
Shalom.
Container packed with supplies that need to make their way to families in Africa, like yesterday. You said this is a 53-foot trailer? This trailer is packed with medical supplies destined to the motherland. We need to help get these out of here.
Are you tired of fighting with your wife or with your husband? Have you each retreated into your separate corners, not even trying to speak to each other anymore? Are your children witnessing a toxic marriage rather than a purposeful partnership? Hi, I am Shar, and I am an attorney mediator and experienced in helping families for the past 13 years navigate really challenging times. And I am here to help you. Husbands, hear your wives. Wives, hear your husbands. So together we can find the truth why your family is struggling and what it will take to get unstuck from cycles of misunderstanding and patterns of frustration. Join me live on YouTube on this Monday night at 6:00 p.m. Eastern as I conduct a live mediation. And if you would like to be heard, if you would like to hash out a misunderstanding with your spouse here on our live, sign up now to apply for your free opportunity to mediate. And I look forward to seeing you Monday night.
Tuna wageni watatu, Mheshimiwa Sebastian Kapufi mbunge, ambao ni wadau wa maendeleo kutoka Marekani. Wadau wa maendeleo kutoka Marekani. Karibuni sana.